Welcome back to Midday on this Monday. We are joined, our first guest today, Larry Maki, Antiques Collector. Thanks for being here, Larry.
Thank you very much.
This is always a pleasure when you're on.
I love it.
Yes. I never want you to tell me what we're going to be talking about until you sit down and then you just pull things out of your bag. So it's rocks, and that's what I'm going to say. What are we looking at?
Yeah.
Tell us all about the rocks.
They're rocks and minerals, and if you're out, a lot of people go out exploring and doing caving and stuff like that, and spelunking or whatever. And when you're out, it's good to look around because there's some fascinating things out there that are fun to collect. They're fascinating. And
look around you when you're out and about, right?
Exactly. Like, for example, here, this is particular to Kamloops. This is a piece of native copper that's actually already done and found, and you can feel the weight of it. It's quite heavy.
That's really neat.
And that's copper, unrefined. It's because nature refined it. And,
yes.
So you can make a few pennies out of it. So you just picked
this up the way it was?
Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a beautiful piece of copper.
That is really big. It's really heavy.
And it's quite heavy.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is another thing that you can find out there. And what's fascinating about this is called smoky quartz. And
it's beautiful.
The quartz, you can see the crystals. They almost look like they've been done by a jeweler. But that's the natural formation that nature does. And you can find those magnificent crystals like that. You can get them white, which would be just simple quartz. And you can get them in a form like this as well.
This would look nice in your kitchen.
It would look good. It would look good anywhere. They're so beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. Absolutely.
And this is another form of quartz crystal, but this is amethyst.
Okay.
And it's a very large amethyst crystal, showing you how nature carves and develops them themselves. They aren't done by man.
It's amazing how you can just pick it up and this is what it looks like.
It literally is.
It looks like someone created this, but that's
when you look at it, you think, wow, this has been done by someone, but it's natural.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Here's a kind of a fascinating thing. Like, it looks just like an ordinary black rock. It's quite heavy, so I warn you on it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
No.
I was just kidding.
Yeah. Now, this is a rock called magnetite, and it's natural. And if you pick this up, you'll see this is a magnet, and it sticks to that rock because it's a magnetic rock. It's
so how would you know, though, walking around, if this was magnetic, right?
It takes a little bit of getting to know the type of rock you're looking at, but there's a bit of that around the Kamloops area. You can find magnetite around here in outcroppings, and they're absolutely fascinating. And
that is heavy, Larry.
It's a very heavy rock and a natural magnet. And they used to do stuff like that with lodestone, which for navigating in the old days, because it was magnetic, and they'd put it on a leaf and then find where the magnetic north was. This is a piece of flint, and it was made into a spearhead, and that's what you can do with some of this stuff that's natural. And the First Nations people made those beautiful artifacts, and
this is really neat.
it is really something. That is a gorgeous piece. And this
not as heavy as the other one.
No, not near. And this one's a piece of argillite.
Okay.
That you can find it. It's similar in it look to this when you find it, but it polishes up to be that.
Oh, and it's a beautiful design.
That's a beautiful First Nations carving, and it's just gorgeous. It's signed on the back. I got some of these things from a friend of mine, Tony, and he was kind enough to let me bring them on. He's got a very nice collection.
Fantastic. Well, we have 30 seconds, Larry, so I want you to tell us about these.
These are two pieces of garnet. Now, garnet is a semi-precious stone. That's what it would look like when it comes out, and they're naturally cut like this. This is almost hexagonal.
Right.
Octagonal, and
beautiful colors.
Yeah, and once they're polished, you've seen garnet in stones, and they're almost like rubies.
Yeah.
They have a very close color to ruby.
Fantastic.
And this is stuff that you can find out while you're walking.
Just pay attention.
Yeah, just bring a rock hammer and play around.
You never know.
Yeah,
well,
you
thanks,
never
Larry.
know. You're very welcome.
Very cool. Larry Maki, tellus.net is where you can email Larry, of course, and the information at the bottom of the screen. We'll be right back with Sonia Thomas from TravelWise. Stay with us.